Hello everyone. Welcome to Lify Life, the Sun and Cancer, Oncologist's advice on how to protect yourself from melanoma in the summer heat. It is no longer a secret to anyone that walking under the scorching sun or a long vacation on the beach can be dangerous for a person. After all, it is precisely because of exposure to sunlight that melanoma most often develops, an extremely aggressive and common form of cancer that is prone to rapid progression. Since we are all actually at risk, it makes sense to learn more about this disease. What is melanoma, how to diagnose it, and how to protect yourself from melanoma in the summer heat? Read our material. What is melanoma? Melanoma is a malignant tumor that develops from melanocytes, pigment cells that produce melanins. Usually such a tumor appears in the skin, less often, on the mucous membranes or retina. But, in any case, despite all its danger, melanoma is amenable to surgical removal. This is a fairly simple and quick procedure, which, if performed in a timely manner, can save the patient's life. As we have already said, most often melanoma develops from sunlight, and this happens as follows. Science knows three ranges of UV radiation from the solar spectrum, which depend on the wavelength. The shortest rays of UVC are completely safe for humans, since due to the ozone layer they almost do not reach the Earth's surface. Rays UVB and UVI already penetrate the atmosphere and have a certain effect on human skin. UVB is a short wavelength radiation that has a lot of energy and leaves severe burns on the skin. UVA, on the other hand, hardly burns, but instead penetrates deep into the cellular layers of the skin, where it causes photoaging, cancer, and melanoma. Methods of diagnosis. Since melanoma usually appears on the skin, it can be self-diagnosed. Immediately after you notice a strange growth on the body, immediately consult a doctor. Statistics show that in 90% of cases, diseases identified in the early stages can be successfully treated. So, here are the factors you need to pay attention to when conducting a self-examination. Moles should be asymmetrical, they should not have dark or light blotches, the edges of the mole are smooth, there are no notches, there are no crusts and cracks. Naturally, moles should not increase in size, deform or bleed. Who is at risk? As we wrote above, in fact, all people are at risk, as they live under the sun. But there is a category of people who should especially be wary of a long stay in the sun. Depending on the color of the skin, scientists distinguish 6 skin phototypes. Representatives of the first and second are red-haired and fair-haired, with freckles and sour cream-colored skin. As a rule, it is very difficult for these people to achieve a beautiful chocolate tan, because after prolonged exposure to the sun, burns appear on their skin, and they become red like crayfish. It is the representatives of these two groups that should be wary of ultraviolet radiation. 90% of patients with melanoma are people from these categories. The remaining 10% of cases are hereditary. How to protect yourself? Many people neglect sunscreen and think its only purpose is to increase or decrease sunburn. In fact, this cosmetic product is necessary to protect against exposure to ultraviolet rays. Although it is not 100% proven to be effective in preventing skin cancer, an extra precaution never hurts. In addition, you should limit the time spent in the scorching sun. This is especially true for those people who are at risk. Doctors also recommend that you stop going to the solarium, wear long clothes, a hat or Panama hat, be sure to use sunglasses. How to choose sunscreen? When choosing a sunscreen, pay attention to the UVA and UVB labels. The first means that this tool protects the skin from the rays that provoke melanoma. In the second case, the cream saves only from the rays of the UVB range, that is, from sunburn. Sunscreen should be applied to all exposed areas of the skin, including the eyelids. It is best to do this 20-30 minutes before sun exposure. Also, Do not forget that every 2-3 hours, after taking a shower, swimming in the sea, etc., the cream layer needs to be renewed. If you follow all these rules, sunbathing on the beach will become much safer. Scientists also advise choosing time to relax on the sunny beach, early in the morning or in the evening. At noon, the intensity of solar radiation is about 10 times higher than at 9 o'clock or 1500 hours. In addition, do not forget to regularly examine your moles, and in case of neoplasms on the body, go to a doctor who can conduct additional diagnostics. Be healthy and sunbathe properly. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for our new content. Click the bell sign to stay in contact with updates from us. Hope seeing you back on Lify Life.